Hi everyone, this is your Jee Sifu at Teenager and Teenage Dragon Taoism channel. Today I'm going to talk about the concept of Lin Gong. Lin Gong, cultivating the power with your effort. In martial art, we say 練拳不練功，道路一場空. It means like you practice your forms, your moves, but you don't put effort into it. You don't practice to bring out the power. Then, when you're old, it's like everything is just empty. It's meaningless because you have the moves, but the moves are kind of like weak, useless, right? It's like you didn't even put your effort into building the power that goes behind the moves. So, what's the point? However, in Taoism or Taoist magic, how do you 练功 cultivate the power? Hmm. Last night, one of my disciples brought up this topic. He said, well, with martial art, you see, like if you practice a lot, you see yourself building up power and speed, and it's very physically able to witness. You can see the result, right? Oh, I have this thing. I keep punching it. I can see it's getting faster and faster. Or I have a meter. I can punch it. I see, oh, I'm getting more powerful. It's showing me right away the feedback, right? But with magic, it's like so vague. How do we know if we actually got better? Well, I don't even have like something to measure or see with. No, 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 no. That's not true. So last night on our Zello network, we have a net going on. We call that the chanting net. So it's about 30 minutes from 8:30 to 9 p.m. Some of my disciples would join. And then what we do is we pick something like a spell, and then we chant how many times. Maybe everyone do 5 times, and then we cycle through the list, and then it goes back to the first person, and so on. So, like while others are chanting, you should also be doing that at the back. So at the end of the session, everyone have done a lot of the same chant, and that is a way you practice, right? So there's this guy who is very new to that spell. He can't even pronounce the word properly, and sometimes the words are said wrong, and I have to jam in and say, no, this word, no, this is wrong, and I keep having to correct him. So after the first time, he was kind of like feeling bad because most of the net was gone to him just to correct him. And he actually took note. He learned it, and then after the first net, he practiced a lot. Yesterday, he came back much better. This time, with like most of the words are like actually really okay, correct, good, and he's doing faster and faster. So you can see he actually practiced, right? Of course, it must be a lot of practice at the back, or else you won't be able to do it. And then at the same time, last night, one of the Chinese disciple came in, and he didn't practice, so he sounded pretty bad with the words is kind of like choppy, and some words are said wrong, and so on. Hey, why is it like this? Because you didn't practice. So I said, think about it. If your first time it feels like very crappy and you don't feel good about yourself, you kind of feel embarrassed because, yeah, I'm like so sucky. And then you practice, you put your time, effort, passion in it, practice, right? And then you get better. Next time you do it, you're kind of like, okay, I'm getting the hang of it. And then the next time, wow, I'm like really good at this now. And eventually you see over a few times, you get very good at the spell. So as you go on, what do you gain? Like, how do you feel the difference? Well, first of all, in the heart, I feel much more confident. So I am less likely to be like distracted away during the time I'm saying it because I'm so focused, I'm so confident about myself. I can do it, it's like that feeling. And then it goes to your understanding of the magic, the understanding of what's inside, like how is this magic working, when will you use it, what kind of effect will it do, and so on. All the details about the bits and pieces that you accumulated over time and experience, that makes you feel different about the magic because of more knowledge inside. And then it goes to the actual application. Have you used the magic for real? How many ways can you apply it? How many different places have you put this magic on? It's like the actual deployment of the magic. The more you deploy, the more you will learn from it as well. So, with all these combined, you are building up the power. When you are spending your time, your energy, your passion to practice, and you get better, and it grows that power in the heart, everything combines to the gong, which is the power that is built over time. When you start practicing those magic, you will see it's very different from your day one. On your maybe like second week, it feels totally different. You're so confident. You know it right away. You don't need to think already. And you can do it really fast. It's kind of like you can show up in front of the newbies already. That also shows you that your magic is much stronger already. Your heart more confident equals the magic more powerful, right? So you can actually see the magic getting stronger by looking at your confidence level and the knowledge you know about that thing and how well you can deploy it. So with kung fu or martial art, you can see the difference after practice. With Taoist magic, you can also do. So remember, guys, if you are in our lineage and you're learning about these magic, don't just learn it and then forget about it and then come back next week, right? Practice. And don't just practice, get it right before you keep practicing. Come to the net and join and get corrections. Make sure everything is right, very correct, and then you practice. If you practice with a bad habit, it's going to be worse and worse and worse over time. You want to make sure that you get the correction so that you're perfect, and then you practice more to make it like really etch into your heart. There you go. So we do practice for power. Every day we do a lot of chanting, we do a lot of practice, and so on. And not just that, you need to get correction on the way. You can't just go one way and then like go home and practice on your own. You will eventually get it very wrong. Make sure you get a checkup. I will see you in the next one.